Hi, I'm Xysis, and this is Hearts of Iron 4. No Step Back, and we're playing as the Soviet Union. Okay, so let's get started with checking out some of these. So, seems like we got rid of one of the Finnish submarines there. And damaged another one there. It's gonna be in port for a few days. And they seem to have lost another one there. And that's good. We have... we're on some convoys here too. Maybe we should be checking just what our navy is up to. So we've got some submarines operating as... I probably want to bump this one up to 6 as well. See if we can get some replacements in there. We have some destroyers down here. Looks like they are all up in the north here. We probably want to have them then into... let's put these submarines out as well then. Put it up and put them on convoy raiding. We do have some convoys coming in here. That's our imports. We probably want to set the Norwegian coast here as a no-go zone. And the same thing with the Eastern Sea and the Channel. We'd prefer if we can get our... we'll set the North Sea, I think, to blocked as well. Yes, we have our convoys running in the Arctic waters instead and coming in from the east side. I probably want to set up some more zones there. And we got the Aegean Sea here set to a no-go zone too. Right, so we have a... wow, they've been putting out a lot of mines down here. We're not going to be exercising our submarines anymore, so get them back. Put them in Krasnodar, I think. Keep them a little bit further away from any bombers down here. And we've got our... okay, so we put that destroyer back. No, that was the bug class. And we don't have any minesweeping here. We probably need something with minesweeping here. There's so many mines out here. And I guess we can start putting out our own mines. I'm assuming the bug won't survive very long. We'll put... no, not on convoy raiding. We want them on strike force. It'll give us the naval superiority here. There's no way they're going to be able to get enough naval superiority to beat us. Maybe the Comintern class has some... no, it only has a mine rack. Right, so let's fix up a minesweeper. That would be a destroyer. We will build up on the bug class, I think. Tear out the parts that won't be needed. We will add some anti-air, I think. Just the basic one. And put in some minesweeping gear. Let's see if we have... this is going to be the Gidrograph class. And mine layers, minesweepers do basically the same thing. In game terms, of course, they do the exact opposite of things. And this is going to be an anti-mine class. Oh, these were expensive too. Oh yeah, we replaced that one with anti-air. It's good to have something just in case they end up under attack. What is the production cost to actually go up to a full battery? Not that bad. It's about 60 IC more. We'll go with the big anti-air battery. So we've got the naval experience. And let's recommission the bug class. And it ended up more expensive. Maybe we want to do the same thing here, replace the fire control system with an anti-air gun. Yeah, I think so. And this will then be the Murman class. And they will be proper mine layers. Could have saved 5, or saved some 6 naval experience by doing this one first and then the Gitrograph. Naval experience isn't that hard to come by. And let's put that one down into service. We will have these. I guess we can build them here in Rostov. Just put them down there. Maybe we want to split the theaters out actually for the Northern and Baltic fleet. As we have done with the submarines here. Might be worth sending. Yeah, let's put them down there, and we will put 2 of these down on convoy raiding. Now we don't want to do this up in the... I think this was actually okay to do here. Is it in the lower that we don't want to be? Yeah, we don't want to be in the lower Baltic. But the belts and the upper are okay. It's not going to be a lot of... Well, actually there should be some transferring to Finland. Well, we'll do it that way. We'll keep the other ones back home for now. Submarines down. We don't really want to go here with all the mines. We want to clear out some of those mines first. I want to have, let's say, let's put up 6 of those. No. And 6 of those. And let's pull those down. And let's put 3 on either. And we'll take them the other destroyer lines. That should be fine. And these should be deployed into the... Oh, I see what's happening. They've got the... Yeah. And if we just... No, if we just press this one. Disable automatic reinforcements. That should be fine. And they are on... Convoy escort. We can probably add... No, we can't even reach out to the Norwegian Sea. We're just escorting them as the last bit in. These are probably the reason they have too low range. I've got 1500. Maybe if we switch these out to separate task force. And this one, no, they just barely reach the entire way. I might be better off having them as separate ones. Well, we'll keep it that way for now. Okay, so what we'd want to do is we want to test out the Soviet or the German panzer divisions. So we've got one down here. This one looks probably the same. This is a... Can we see what the template is called? No, that's 1st Panzer, 3rd Panzer. Oh no, we can't. If you hover over these, you can see what the infantry template is called. We can't see what this template is called. I will, however, make sure that we will send Sino-Japanese. We'll send them down, I think, halt there. We have them on strat redeployment and send them down to there. And we'll try to get into combat with these. We can see what they're made of. We actually got loads of them now. Yeah, here we go, medium tank template 19. So let's send Rokossovsky down there too. Halt that and get them. They are in this kind of salient here. Let's get the tanks down there and we will see if we can engage them and force out. And here, yeah, we're about to lose this province. We don't want to do any kind of shenanigans there. We are still holding on to Lvov. I doubt we're going to be able to hold on for it very long. We are currently reinforcing here with quite some, I think. You don't need to reinforce there, you want to reinforce there, I think. Yeah, I think we lost Kovel. And let's try to reinforce Lvov instead, on the northern suburbs. Okay, we have air wings that don't have emission. These are on the northern front. Oh yeah, these are the newly deployed ones. Let's put them on interception. We want interception because we were only really interested in trying to destroy their bombers. And I think they've got lots of... we can't see the air superiority yet because we haven't on post. We do have local air superiority in the Eastern Balkans, it looks like. Which means we might actually want to go in and do some strategic bombing here. Now this should be fine. Let's take the military factories off, railways off, radar off. What we're after is an infrastructure on. I will fly our strategic bombers into the Eastern Balkans. And we want to do this, of course, because there's loads of oil down here. And if we can damage the infrastructure, we can slow down the amount of oil the Axis has available, since this is their main supply of oil. They do have loads of synth refineries built, but the synth refineries, with the amount of air force they are producing, probably can't keep up. So if we can get them to whittle down their oil a little bit, it might help us out. Okay, so we've got our tanks in position here. And let's take the light tank divisions too. We want to immediately pop over there. How are these doing for retreating? It will be there in another 3 hours. We are holding on to this tile for now. It's a mountain tile and should be able to hold on for quite some time. But once we lose this tile, it's going to be really hard to hold on to that one, so I'm retreating preemptively. And here we're falling back down on one of our more prepared defensive lines. And Brest-Litovsk looks like we are losing, and that's a supply depot. But we don't want to, and I think it's the victory point too, so it'll flip over to Germany once this state falls. I think it's big enough for that. No, maybe it's just one, and then we can hold on to it with Posey. It's not worth doing the Scorched Earth, since we still have one that's supplying a large portion of our own front, like we did with the one here in Sulawesi. No, in Białystok we destroyed this depot, and here it does not look very good for us. We don't want to be attacking there. We want to probably retreat back with that way, and we will retreat back with these as well. And you stick around there, and we want to go that way. We will attack with our tanks here because we need to see what we're up against. And this is nothing happened there. Oh, because they are just deployed here, of course. Let's let them gain some organization before we go in. And there we lost Brest-Litovsk. Now we might be able to see what we're up against. Okay, so our panzers didn't actually reinforce, but we did get one of the... No, these are ours. We haven't gotten their panzers in just yet. Yeah, that's no good. We need to spread these out. And I think if we try to go up there. And then holding well up here in Memel, or just above Memel in Lithuania. And we don't need to be attacking the Germans, we will be suffering large enough losses as is. This attack, we can see a little bit what they're going through here. They're in, yeah, but we just abandoned the attack on them, so that debuff's gonna go away. We can pierce their armor, because they have 68 in armor, 68 in piercing. And our divisions have 25 piercing. Which means we probably want to put up some anti-tank in some of these divisions. And we are... oh, they're attacking us here now. They're only with one infantry division. And they have 49 piercing in their infantry divisions. But that's the number we want to make sure they can't pierce us with. So our tanks can pierce their tanks, and their tanks looks like they can pierce ours. If we go by the intel there, they've got 68 armor, 68 piercing. It's 64 armor and 40 piercing. If we just look at the combat stats here, or 43 piercing. We probably need to have a look at our tank designs in the near future. Okay, it looks like they have broken through quite good here. Let's pop down to the southern front and elongate these lines, I think. We do have a prepared line here too to fall up against. It'll take them some time to knock down. I think we want to move this line up to Shanauti. And we should be starting to getting trades here soon, I think. A little bit more, probably a month or two before we can go through trades. And there we go, that's the Air Force Department. Let's take the infantry one while or the Army Department while we're at it. So we got good intel on them, at least for the civilian economy. They're still producing loads, they've got hefty manpower reserve. And now we can see their templates. So they are using the medium tank template. We need over 70 to get the full information. We can see that they've got, I would guess, 6 or 7 divisions of tanks. And of course they're going to need a bunch of these on other areas of the front as well. They're probably guarding the entire coastline here from naval invasions. You can see that they have got Guderian and Rommel in charge. That's the right choices. Beck is a good one too. Rundstedt is a good one. And Schörner, of course, too. We're going with a man for their medium tanks, so they're going to have more soft attack. I got unexpected thrust as a preferred tactic. State serves the military. And we can see what they have researched. As for the Navy, we can see that they've got one Scharnhorst completed. Looks like they've lost one Deutschland class with the... probably to the British. Don't have a lot of ships. Submarine primacy, yeah, that's probably the right choice. They do have a lot of submarines. But they have actually managed to get a Scharnhorst out, so that's nice to see. Got a bunch of transport planes. We can see that they are operating here. Trying to supply the front lines. And now we can get more accurate numbers of what kind of fighters they've got. So we can see what upgrades they put on them. We've got the B and then we've got the D into production here. And they still got a bunch of 109s. Don't have very many of them though. But they got loads of these new aircraft. I'm guessing the Ds are probably quite comparable to our Yak 1s. Got loads of close air support too. And naval bombers. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. We moved our tanks up here. They seem to be holding on quite well. Okay, looks like we need to pull back even further here. Yeah, no, you can't move away from there right now. That's not possible. No, we need these to retreat back there before. Okay, I think we've got we do have a chance to maybe encircle someone here. If we redirect our tank forces to cross the river there, we might be able to encircle this SS division. And it doesn't look like we're gonna hold on to Shenanigans for very much longer. We'll try to reinforce. And we will try to reinforce there. They are pushing hard. They are in low supply though, and that's good for us. But we just don't have the defense. They've got so much. They've got a lot of attack, and we don't have the defense really to fend them off. Or the organization. What are they using for? They must be using three battalions of artillery, I would say. But I think they've got high width divisions too, don't they? I think we said that when we were looking at them. Can't really see that until we finish the next level of intel there. Let's see if we can make something happen with Rokossovsky. Not really until we get in there and secure up that one. How are we doing here? We still own this province. There is nothing in here that we still want to... let's scorch the earth there. We don't want to be attacking anywhere. Let's keep holding the line. And we will draw the line back. And yeah, we're losing that combat. We did successfully withdraw up here. And we are losing there. Got a bit of mixed bubbles. We still got a bunch of troops moving up to the front lines. Let's put them on strategic redeployment. Yeah, maybe we don't want to have a... Why are they sitting down here? Instead of on the front lines. If we put... Oh, I can't have them... Oh, I see. So this is a field marshal order, I think. Let's take the tanks here. We'll have them still around Kiev. And that means we have 12 divisions, 18 divisions. Let's put them in there. And another 3. We're better off having 24 divisions on that stretch. And these can go probably into that division there. Or to help bootstrap this part. I'm gonna have to keep an eye here. Don't think we're gonna hold on to that tile. And once we cross the river there, we're gonna have to retreat here, I think. Back to our prepared positions. Alright, so we need to do something like so. So we don't have anyone popping into that tile. We are retreating from it. It doesn't look like we'll be able to go across here. The supply, we are way out of supply here. So we need to pull our tanks back to there, I think. And these should be... Let's take 23 hours until we are out of there. We kind of want to concentrate on this portion of the front. And I think this army here needs to come back a bit. Not going to be able to hold on there. I think we will start to put up a defense there, I think. And that tile there is not very defensible anymore. We will go over this way, I think. Yeah, that one's not going to be good. We're better off going, letting them coming in there and defending in the marsh. Not that it's good to defend in a marsh, but this one can be attacked from 2 tiles. This one can only be attacked from 1 as long as we hold the sides there, so they're not going to mount an attack there. Same would probably go here though. We are better off moving this defensive line up to there and trying to hold the forests as the key points. And that forest is going to be tough to hold. Tough to impossible probably. Here we might be better off actually going back all the way and going towards Pinsk instead. And withdrawing this defensive line. Like so. And then we got a line up towards Wilno. And we got up to Lipaya. We've got a small secondary line still going on up there. Okay, non-aggression pact from the United States. Well, they are a major nation, we can sign this one. That's nice. We managed to sink one of their destroyers. It's a 6th of the Axis naval powers in the sea here, sunk. How are we doing for the... Oh, here. Yeah, we haven't managed to damage the infrastructure here anymore. Did they put up any defense here yet? No, they haven't. Well, that's nice, we'll keep on bombing them there. We could probably switch these fighters to air superiority for now. Might give us a little bit of a boost in these combats here. Won't help us up in the eastern Poland where we're fighting in the mountains here though. Which is the place where we're hurting the most at the moment. Yeah, it might be a good idea to let this attack keep running just so we keep the pressure on a little bit there to allow these to retreat safely. This attack, however, seems quite pointless. We don't have enough. No, we got 24 divisions manning this line. And 24 manning there, 18 on that small stretch. We should be spreading these lines out a bit. We're probably better off starting to use field marshal orders for the front lines. Yeah, but this is where everything is happening at the moment. So we're holding this tile. We're actually holding the Lvov again. That's good. So we retreated out from the mountains there, and before anything wild happens here, we're gonna pull everyone out. It's not worth to try and keep fighting over this terrain. So let's pull this army back to there. For now we can just keep it that way. And we'll pull this army back later on. Now we can probably keep them that way for now. It's only 8 divisions. And it's not the divisions we have standing here because they belong to this army. That's why this front segment is so under strength at the moment. Who's in charge of this army? It's these 8 as Kuznetsovs. That's this one, and this one is the Northern Defense Force there. I think maybe we want to put... We have the offensive armies first, and then the frontline armies, and then the garrison armies. Let's see if we can do the same thing here. These belong to the front line. That's 18 divisions and 12 divisions. This one should be a little bit easier. We are reorganizing them just a little bit under the field marshals, so we have a little better control of which armies are where. Okay, so this is one of the offensive ones, and that's the other offensive ones. These are the ones we want to fill out first, of course. So we need another 6 there, 6 there. 24 here, this one. They are one of the defensive armies. We probably want to take some of these. I'll put them, are we 12 on this one? No, 18. Okay, so let's push them forward to there. And that is one of the defensive ones. Let's move this one out. That's the other defensive one. And that's the frontline ones. Let's close down this one, and we will start organizing these under a field marshal instead. Or field marshal order. So Koniev will have this under his charge. Did he level up? He did level up. That means we can select a preferred tactic. Could go with relentless assault, but I think this one you can only select once. This one you can reselect whenever you want to. Relentless assault is probably the one we want to have on them. Breakthrough. Breakthrough is really good for our tanks, but it's a bit more down there. And this is only when attacking them, when we're mostly defending at the moment. So we're probably better off with elastic defense. And another 2 for selecting. We could go with the organization first though. Getting some extra reinforce rate isn't a bad idea. And it is one of the, we want to have logistics wizards too, of course, but organizer needs a little bit more. And we should be able to get him up to, we should have more. We'll get organization first there. And on Zhukov, I think we will do the same thing. Get the reinforce rate up so we can get our troops into combat. And while we are at it, we will delete the front lines. And for Zhukov 2, we will reinforce this front segment to make it a little bit less unwieldy. Let's see what we are up to down here. They haven't gotten any new traits yet. Let's pop up and do the same thing for Shereshenko. When we leave the garrison orders, we will move them back when we feel that we have the need for it, or the possibility to do so. These probably belong to this order. These, that's a split army. We'll do that. We will move this army back later on together with this one. And we'll leave the 2 full strength armies up front. Okay, so that's... we are holding the mountain tiles too here, but we can't hold on to this one, I think. It's another 10 days. I think we need to mount an offensive. These troops will just attack there. We are pinning them down to make this combat last longer, so these troops can retreat back safely. Let's see if we can see how long time these need to retreat. No, they're not even starting to retreat yet. Yeah, because we reorganized everything, of course their orders got cleared. That's not very good. Let's see if any of these start to retreat down there one day. Yeah, we should be fine. As long as they make it here when they retreat, they will retreat back this way, as these sites will be taken. And they should be getting there any moment now. Okay, so we got fuel refining. At the moment we are doing fine on fuel. We are consuming 6.3k and gaining 10. It's not close to our maximum consumption though. We will be getting excavation. We can do that with the other one though. Probably about time to get advanced computing machine. And let's see if we were to put some anti-tank into our divisions here. We are halfway to what we need, and it'll only put us up to 32 in piercing. If we were to increase the width of the division, obviously we don't have enough anti-tank for all of our divisions. 24, and then if we add another artillery, we're up to 27, so that's good. I think that's what we will do. We will select where is it? I want to have this one to signalize that it's a heavier one. I'd probably use that one as well. No, we'll use this one. It's a nice, simple enough icon. Duplicate this one, of course. And we will just put anti-tank in there. Yeah, okay, so we swapped over to the anti-tank one. It'll make it even more clear. So we'll add another artillery, and we will put in some anti-tank. Brings it up to 27 width, and costs loads of experience. Still have the support artillery engineers and support anti-air. And this gives us a piercing of 40. It's still not enough, but with the new equipment it might be later on. It'll give us a good amount of hard attack though to counter them with. Also gives us some more soft attacks, so we'll have some puncher divisions. So let's upgrade these. We'll move them up. And these icons are ones I've made myself. And we want to be upgrading a few divisions around where these tanks are. And probably want to upgrade the ones that are on the front lines. And probably not all of them in the same province. Let's take from the first army of them all. Right, I think we will just take... What's that? Yeah, they're kind of spread out. No, they're mostly in the same area. We will upgrade 6 of them to the anti-tank design. We need some manpower and some anti-tank. And we will do the same thing for Zakharov's army. We will just pick up 6 of the infantry divisions per random and upgrade them. This means we can also move them up to where we need them. And I think we will do the same thing here. We'll create some of these. And the same thing here. That means at least on each frontal segment we have some more anti-tank heavy troops. Okay, we don't need non-aggression pacts with all of these miners. The Drava Bavovina, that was a fun state name. Let's see if we can make it out of here then. Yeah, we want to keep punching in there, I think. Do we have any more here? I think we might need to... No, they can't actually help out there either. This division can help out there. And these should be dropping back soon enough. 2 days. 3 days. 23 hours. 1 day, 2 hours. 14 hours. arrive in the next location in 11. Okay, we should be reinforcing here soon enough. Yeah, and that means we buy the rest of the retreating divisions a little bit more time. Let's push a bit harder there. Okay, so we retreated out from there. These still have another day. And now we are winning this combat. So that's good. That means we should have been able to get everyone out from here safely. That's always nice when you manage. We still have loads of troops who are mobilizing. I probably want to set up another. Yeah, we've got enough of that. Let's train them here in Gomel. That would be fine. Can deal with them when we need to. And now we are retreating back fully from here. And it looks like we lost this province here of Lvov. And this means this is now under German control and we can no longer use Scorched Earth. And if we put the logistics, this corner of the empire is, or of our union, is not in a good situation for supply. None of our front lines are really very good for supply at the moment. Now we could activate the trucks. It would be we would lose like 200 trucks a day in this zone because they've got so many close air support. And that's the close air support is what's making them able to push in here at the moment. Combined with all of their really good modifiers, of course, the country modifiers and commander skills and Untern Barbarossa. So now it looks like they're getting even better tanks here now. They got an increase in armor and piercing. Do we have access to the Shani? No, we're waiting for this one, I think. No, we got the medium cannon there. Yeah, we need the improved medium cannon. So we need to research a little bit more before it's worth to upgrade the tanks. We got a little while longer down on the camouflage one. That should help with the cast damage, of course. Okay, looks like we sallied out and sunk the rest of the Finnish navy. We got some heavy cruisers to our coastal defense ships. Haven't seen them go down yet. Finnish convoy up here. Oh yeah, they got Petsamo. Do we want to... maybe we want to select the artillery designer here though, to help speed up those medium cannons. Yeah, the army department isn't done, so we shouldn't have enough intel on the army yet, though we do. Can we see template details? Alright, no, we can't see that until 80. But we can see exactly how many they have now. That was what the 70% was for. So as soon as we get the army department, we should be able to see their templates. Yeah, I don't need to look at the Navy. Air Force 6.2k. And we can see their exact numbers now. That's nice. And then we also know the same thing here. Once we hit 80%, which is very soon, we should be able to get that from aerial warfare. We should be able to see the details of their aircraft. We look at the air details here. You can probably unpause for a bit too. We are losing a lot of fighters. But we are taking a decent toll on their support aircraft. We need to keep our aircraft in the air, of course. Just to help mitigate and intercept as many as possible our missions. No, we don't have any missions here. And our average, and that's because the if we look at the aircraft, we all have all these minus to air attack and agility, and we're not flying at night, so that doesn't matter. But all of our divisions have minus 15 to everything, 13 here on one of them. And this of course means that they have higher agility and higher air attack. And the speed should be the same. And we probably have a higher upgraded. We do have a slight advantage in efficiency. Don't have any air detection though. And they have loads of air detection because they got so many aircraft active in the region. And ours don't count as active, of course, because they are flying the intercept mission, where we're just trying to intercept any bombers that we find. So this is not a very favorable position to be in Poland at the moment. Okay, we're gonna get a lot of these enemy agents in the fall of Hong Kong. Not too surprising. Okay, so the Germans have gotten some naval bombers up here. We actually put 300 of them out here. I've got a few of our... Right, we've actually got a little bit of air detection at least. That means we should be able to shoot down some of them sooner or later. Yeah, we're starting to lose some submarines here. Probably the early submarines, yeah, they're really easy to find from the air. They're really easy to spot. There we go, experts in camouflage. And this of course means that we want to go down, yeah, we're off this way. It's so big, this tree. We want to go down towards desperate measures. It'll increase our mobilization speed. So we're mobilizing up the extra 2.2%. Or 2% probably by the time we get here. And mostly it allows us to start the timer for going down Lessons of War, because this one has to be 365 days after this one. And this one will allow us to actually start fixing our army properly. Okay, we sunk another one of their destroyers down there. Okay, I think we need to go in and intervene in this salient here. I think it is time we start pulling back. Let's go there. And we are holding on to that. We are losing this tile though. Let's move. Let's turn the exercising thing off. I don't want anybody accidentally training. Well, do it this way. We will surrender this tile. There's nothing more we can do there. And it looks like they have... Yeah, they've taken Rhone. That was one of the places where we had pinned our defense on here. And then this is just open terrain. So I'm thinking this army here, we need to, and also this prepared line there, we're not going to be able to hold on to this line here. So we probably want to go back down and start digging in a little bit further back. And this is just open terrain, so there's not really very much we can fight for there. Let's pop down. Do we want to go? Where do we have? Yeah, don't need to pull this one. We have our troops coming down there, and this is also terrible terrain to defend in. Maybe we can try to keep them on the southern side of the river there. I don't know the name of this tributary. If we defend that way. Don't think we're going to be able to hold that very well, but at least it might hold for a little bit. And we have this army that doesn't have orders. We will... Yeah, that's too long of a defensive line. Where can we make a good holding ground? What are the... No, don't want to do that. I wanted to check the terrain modifiers for the marsh. Yeah, it's a terrible place to attack into, but it doesn't look too bad to defend in. So maybe we make some defensive adjustments there. Yes, we didn't want that one from the start. And we will... I think we are better off trying to defend in the marshes than we are trying to defend in on the plains. And that one shouldn't need that much. That's going to be a linchpin. Keeping this tile there. It's going to be attacked from a lot of provinces. And this army here, we want to... Yeah, we don't really want to move them off. We need to move them back a bit here. And that's something like that should be fine. And let's pull this army. We don't need to be all the way down to Mykolaiv. That's fine. This tile can only be reached from here. This is the Black Sea coming in. We'll start getting any of our... No, our... takes longer than that to build ships. These are retreating, these are retreating. These are holding the line while retreating. Hopefully, they'll probably start running up to this location. Now we need to stretch this defensive line. I'm gonna need to hold a little bit longer. 3 tiles. I might need to pull that one down there. They can help keep that edge. And all of these should be retreating from there. Now we still need something on that tile. Let's pull back there. It looks like we are holding on to the defensive lines here okay. We haven't broken through in Lithuania yet. No, we don't want Xinjiang in our faction. And minor powers, non-aggression pacts. Okay, so we managed to retreat away from there. And we don't own this province anymore. We want to get out of it. And we have a decision. Recruit in the Soviet Union. We can recruit our own spy. That was exciting. Okay, let's get rid of that. We should be fine. And one of the big things here is that we're not really gaining any experience. We're losing so many pilots that... Pilots, not pilots. I don't know if we're... Yeah, we're hitting something. We should be destroying infrastructure and railways. And down here, did we actually manage to... No, we still haven't managed to bomb out the oil supply from Romania. We are up to 80. That means we can see the templates. They're using 9 6s with tank destroyers, self-propelled anti-air and artillery. And that's a 40 width, if I'm not mistaken. Their main infantry template is 14.4, so it's also 40 width. And they still got a few of these 20 widths left. They're probably converting them all up. And the garrison templates are probably mostly for coastal support. And these probably just leftovers of things they've gotten from other countries when they've annexed them. Nikolai Ivanovich Kuznetsov requests assignment. Following the German invasion of Ukraine, Nikolai Kuznetsov has formally requested to join the NKVD to defend his homeland. With his unique set of talents, he would be a great asset to support parts and operations in the area. So we got a free operative. And I'm guessing this is an operative we can pick if we get an open slot. They look like they're punching through there. We want to get out of this. Yeah, we can retreat into there, I think. That's a good idea. And these... yeah, they're going up to bolster the lines there. And we want to get out from there. We don't want to be attacking, especially not across a river. No. Please stop. There. We're trying to retreat back from here. Yeah, that's fine. We'll let them have that. We can't defend it reasonably. I thought we already had one with the UK. And they need to go in there. We probably need to move our... yeah, they're just kind of sitting around defending here on the front at the moment. And the same thing, no, these are around Kiev. They built up some kind of defensive entrenchment. And we've got Rokossovsky's tanks. They should be spread out here along the front lines too. Let's put Rokossovsky in front of Minsk here. And let's put Cherniakovsky up in Zotomir. And we will put Pilyev. No, Pilyev's still around Kiev. And we've got Lelishenko waiting down by Iran. Okay, we destroyed another destroyer. Or sunk another destroyer. No mission set, yeah. Oh, it's too dangerous out in the Black Sea. Right, so we finished the army department and the anti-tank guns. I might want to put up we definitely want to do the cryptology department now. And we want to get the improved anti-tank upgrade, so we can get the improved medium cannon. It's got a lot of piercing. So we can start producing our T-3485s. Yeah, we've lost 800 fighters. Or we are missing 800 fighters. I probably don't need this many factories on... we need to put one more on self-propelled artillery, it looks like. Have we really lost that many self-propelled artillery? But we had a huge stockpile of them since we converted all those T-26s. Yeah, well, we don't need another factory on that. We don't need as many on trains anyway. We have plenty there. We need to start putting in the BTRs in our divisions. Should have enough of them. We want to make them cheaper too. Let's put 2 factories into there. How are we doing for medium tanks, or tanks in general? We have heavy tanks, we have medium tanks, we have a huge deficit of light tanks. Can we swap out some light tanks in one of our divisions maybe? Yeah, we're producing... we made more light tank divisions, I think. These here. They need 500, so... think we will cancel these and we will add. Yeah, let's cancel out these. Oh, first off, tank division. We can swap one of these out for medium tanks. That should be. Yeah, this will cover our deficit, I think. We'll start out that way. That brings our piercing up just a little bit more and our armor up a bit more, so it's at least on par with their piercing. If we manage to destroy enough tanks, they shouldn't be able to get through. Do we have enough to start replacing with mechanized? That would also bring our armor up just a tiny bit. And our hardness. And it's free to do. And we need 600 mechanized and we got 1k. I think we had 1 point something k, didn't we? 1.5, yeah, we can replace 2 of them. That should be fine. And that means we will get rid of the trucks from the armor divisions too. Then we're over 70 armor. The next will come, of course, from new designs. And the anti-tank, we want to replace it with the new anti-tank. There's a lot of units to upgrade. These ones have, of course, a lot better piercing. The old anti-tank have 50, I think. 60. That's a 50% increase. Yeah, and we're starting to lose our naval dockyards, of course. We had captured some down here. That's fine. We are running a major deficit of aluminium, so we need to check that out too. Because we could be producing 13% more fighters. We still have a small stockpile of tactical bombers. How are we doing for infantry equipment? Now we've lost quite a bit, but we still got 40k in stockpiles. Now we want to increase the anti-tank production more, I think. And we'll bring them up above the tanks, so they're in line with the other equipment here. How are we doing for support equipment? We are doing just fine for support equipment for now. Anti-air we are running a deficit of. Anti-air is something we don't want to run out of. We will increase production. We are building not very many factories anymore. Let's see where we can construct more of them. That's a given. And I think we go for the... Got a few 60 zones. Probably not a lot of them. We build one up here. And yeah, down there we want to build an Azerbaijan. And we built up here, of course, for the resources. This would be a good area to Krasnodar's maybe not gonna hold though. But it is a really good spot to build them in. That Tashkent we want to build. We got two quite big zones up there we can smack down a lot of them in. I think we're doing fine for that. Maybe we want to build some fortresses around Kiev. Let's pop them up to the top. Let's see if we can't fortify up just a little bit there. No, we don't want you moving in there. Yeah, that's fine. If they're attacking, we are still. And now they captured it. Now we just need to prevent our troops from attacking over the river. And this is a stupid attack. We won't be holding on to that. And the same thing here. There's no point attacking there. And these units don't need to be attacking. These units desperately need to get out of there, because this one's not holding. Because I think a lot of the troops on the southwestern front here they're tied up down here in the ever retreating loop, so they're not being able to reinforce further north. And we'll move across there. The northern front seems to be holding on quite well. It will be losing one tile across the river here, and after that they'll probably be pushing onwards once they've cracked the entrenched divisions. And soon they will be able to move their air power too. Yeah, see the losses here for aircraft are astonishing. And how are we doing up here? We don't have very many fighters up here, do we? Oh, we do have some fighters. We got 400 set to interception here. Could move these over to air superiority. That'll give us a small boost in combat. We don't have any need for the air superiority fighters here anymore. Let's move them move them into Ukraine. And I think we will... Yeah, there's no point, I think, in keeping our fighters fighting over Poland. And we want to move these. I think that's the wise choice to do. We will pull out from eastern Poland now. No, we don't want to do tactical bombing there. We want to still tactical bomb behind the enemy front lines. And we'll target trains and things as well, of course. Let's see if that helps to slow up the advance a bit. It looks like we are holding on with a lot of greens now, and the Philippines have capitulated. But that's going to be all for today, so thank you very much for watching, take care, and see you next time.